Kitchen Nightmares, Equestrian Misadventures, Chapter 7, Part 2. After watching the three for a few seconds, he trotted up to Gordon and extended one of his hooves. "Hello there," the stallion graciously said. "You must be the human Chef Ramsay that we have been hearing a lot about. I presume that you're Twilight's dad?" Gordon asked as he reciprocated the hoof shake. "That's right." "A pleasure, Mr. Sparkle. Your daughter has been quite delightful since I met her a week ago," Gordon pleasantly replied. "I'm glad. She can be a handful sometimes, but she's a well-meaning girl. And call me Nightlight, Chef." "Alright, nice to meet you, Nightlight," Gordon replied. Velvet, sweetie," he called out, getting Velvet's attention. "Why don't you leave those kids of yours alone and come meet our famous house guest?" To Gordon and Knight's amusement, Velvet turned a bright shade of pink with embarrassment as she let her children go, Twilight and Spike hitting the ground and gasping for breath, thanking every deity that they could for their father's quick thinking, and made her way over to Gordon, who smiled politely at the mare. "Hello, Mom," Gordon said as he bent over slightly and stretched out his hand to her. "Very nice to meet you. I've heard quite a few things about you from your daughter." The mare smiled bashfully at him.
"And you only heard good things, I hope,"
she replied with a giggle. "Oh, absolutely." For the next 2 hours, Twilight, Gordon, AJ, and Rainbow visited with Mr. and Mrs. Sparkle and talked to each other about things that had been happening. Rainbow Dash and Twilight took pride in talking about all they had seen while in the human world. Meanwhile, Luna and Gordon's director, Jay Hunter, were busy scouting Zesty Gourmand's main restaurant at the end of Restaurant Row. Subtilité de goût. Luna never really liked it when most of the attention was on her, so it was to her delight that along with a small squad of guards, she was also accompanied by a group of humans who drew most of the attention away from her. As they approached the doors, Luna came to a halt and turned back to the other humans.
"Jay Hunter, we request of you and the rest of Thou's crew to remain here until we inform Miss Gourmand of the situation and call you in,"
Luna commanded. "Alright, well, we'll be waiting out here," he replied nervously as he looked at some of the other noble ponies, staring at them with foul gazes. Luna gave him a small mischievous smile.
"Don't worry, Jay Hunter. All these ponies are capable of doing is just flinging crumpets in Thou's faces, but I will leave one of my guards out here to keep you safe. You three stay out here as well until we have finished with speaking to Miss Gourmand,"
Luna said as she acknowledged the girls.
"Okie dokie Loki. Alright, just come back out if you need any help,"
Fluttershy kindly replied.
"I'm not complaining. I'm in no hurry to see that mare again,"
Rarity replied spitefully. The moment Luna went inside the doors, all sound in the restaurant went silent. The guard pony accompanying Luna stepped forward to announce her. "Announcing Princess Luna." Every pony in the restaurant were stunned at the recluse princess making a public appearance. Even the host pony at the front door's podium was stunned for a moment before he regained his composure. How may I help you, Your Excellency?" the pony asked nervously.
"We wish to speak to Zesty Gourmand about a matter of great importance. Please summon her,"
Luna commanded. At once, Your Majesty," the host pony said as he gave her a quick bow and ran off somewhere. After a good couple of minutes of waiting and awkward silence in the restaurant, a tall, thin, middle-aged pony with a vibrant neon pink mane of short length came out of a side room with a stiff stride. As soon as she saw Luna, she quickened her pace and approached her. She then gave a deep, digging bow to her.
"Princess Luna, it is a great pleasure to welcome you to my humble eatery,"
the high-pitched mare said.
"How may I be of service? We are assuming that thou knows of the unusual crisis plaguing many of Equestria's numerous businesses." "Yes, it is an unfortunate thing,"
Zesty replied stiffly.
"Rest assured, we are faring as well as we can despite the crisis. Well, we have been informed by our sister that your restaurant was also plagued by this unusual crisis as well, and we have come to relieve you of this unfortunate circumstance,"
Luna explained.
"Yes, the princess came by not long ago to investigate my restaurant, and I will tell you just as I told her, Your Grace, that I have everything quite under control. Please, Zesty Gourmand, don't insult my intelligence," Luna replied sternly. "As Princess of the Night, it is my duty to watch over the dreams of all the ponies of Equestria and intervene whether they grow dark, and your dreams have become dark as well. Sometimes that even includes peering into their thoughts and memories. I know that there is more than what you have told my sister." Both mares glared at each other for 10 seconds, not giving an inch. Then, the tall thin mare deflated slightly, but still kept her stiff posture. "Very well, Your Highness," the mare grumbled. "What would you have me do then? I am at a complete loss as to what is happening with my restaurant. I've been attempting to get the other noble ponies to assist me with this matter, but it just seems that most of them are indisposed of at the moment. Our newest alicorn sister, Princess Twilight Sparkle, has summoned a great sage of culinary arts from planet Earth, the mighty Chef Gordon Ramsay. He is a human of many accomplishments, including saving thousands of establishments, becoming what Twilight calls a wealthy, bright-ish celebrity, and owns thousands of restaurants and hotels across his entire world that millions of his own people believe to be amongst the best. Twilight has brought him over to assist ponies, such as Dee, with the plight overtaking fair Equestria. A disgusting white ape, like the one Princess Twilight keeps around with her coming into my restaurant and tainting it even more with its presence? I think not, and you have no right to tell me what to do. Zesty Gourmand,
Lunar roared in her Canterlot voice.
Do not take me for some lowly conjurer of cheap tricks, and do not make the mistake of insulting our human friends, peasant cook. Gordon is not here to harm you.
Everyone, including Zesty Gourmand herself, seemed to shrink away from Luna as a giant magical aura radiated from her and made the room seem darker with her presence. Even her own personal guard stepped away a few paces from the mare. Then, as she calmed down, the light in the room began to return, and the dark aura retreated back into Luna's body.
Gordon Ramsay is here to help you, Zesty Gourmand,
she finished in a more kind voice. The mare in question slowly recovered from her shock as she stood up and finally regained her composure.
Very well, Your Majesty,
the mare finally replied.
What do you require of me? First things first, we shall bring in Gordon's production team to set up cameras in your restaurant. I believe they are for recording all of what goes on inside, and to create an episode of his educational show that involves displaying how he returns various hotels and restaurants into their former glory. Interesting.
She went outside with her guard for a moment and called out Jay Hunter and the rest of Gordon's production crew into the restaurant. A few of the ponies were apprehensive of the humans, but most of them were more curious of them and what their purpose of their strange black boxes with glass was. Then, Jay and Luna spoke with Zesty about the things that she should be aware of with the process of setting up the show. Zesty Gourmand at first objected to the bold idea of giving Gordon whatever he wanted to try for free, but it was assured that Luna and Celestia would pay for any expenses.